in evaluating this antiderivative, we want to be thinking about, well, do we have a formula? And we do actually have a formula, but not yet. We have to simplify what's under the radical here. When we see a radical in the denominator, we want to be thinking about inverse trig, specifically inverse sine and cosine. Since the numerator, the overall fraction, is positive, we really want to be thinking, is the derivative of the inverse sine of u with respect to x is equal to 1 over the square root of 1 minus u squared du. And so if we could get this denominator to look like that, 1 minus something squared, then we're in business. So let's take that, let me find a different color here. Let's take our negative x squared minus 2x, and let's go ahead and factor out a minus sign, negative 1. So we have x squared plus 2x, and then we want to go ahead and complete the square. So if we add 1 to the inside, then we've ultimately subtracted 1, so we have to add 1 to the outside. This is the most difficult part of this problem here. And so what we have is negative x plus 1 squared plus 1, or 1 minus x plus 1 quantity squared. That's what goes under the radical. So we can rewrite this integrand as 2 over the square root of 1 minus x plus 1 squared dx. So we actually now have something that looks like that. We can move the 2 to the outside. We move this 2 to the outside of the integral symbol, and we have 1 over all that. So this is what we're going to let u equal. So u equals x plus 1, and du is equal to dx. So we can transform that one more time, that integral one more time, and we will write that as a 2 on the outside, and then we have 1 over the square root of 1 minus u squared, and let's see here, the dx is just replaced by du. And now all we have to do now is rewrite that as 2 times the inverse sine of u, and then plus c, and then we put the u back in, and we said again that u is equal to x plus 1 plus c. So the difficult part about this problem is recognizing that the integrand is really it's a form of the derivative of the inverse sine of something. So that's what we really want to focus on in the beginning, is really identifying what do we have here, and then that generates the next step, which would be to transform that under the radical into something manageable that then we can use a u substitution for. So that's it.